Can't remember.
What's
Maybe
the point?
Jason
What's
shit.
the point?
What's the point of the Premier League?
What is the point?
And what's the point of financial fair play?
Obviously, we've got there's no Man City.
I want my titles back.
There's no
as well,
Man City.
titles
There's
back,
no Man City representative on this panel. But obviously, I've got to play devil's advocate because obviously I'm the only person that's not Man United based here. Are you sure you man have not got this vim? Because obviously Manchester's not red anymore; it's blue. So obviously you would.
I don't even care about.
You man would have an issue more so for this. I'm just saying. I'm not
If
throwing
it was-
shade. I'm just stating facts.
Yeah.
When is, bruv, there's no City fans. They can't fill their own stadium, fam.
Boom! Welcome to Fan TV and Chill. As usual, thank you for joining us. First things first, hit the subscription button, follow the channel. Also, we're on Instagram and we're on TikTok. It's all Fan TV and Chill. So let's get straight to it. Manchester City, the noisy neighbours, keep it in 100. So, I'm sure you've all heard, Man City have been found to be breaching financial fair play rules. To be honest, is it new news? No. And to be honest, Chelsea probably going to be heading the same way, to be honest. So,
Money's a G still.
So according to the FA, Man City are facing 100 possible charges with a number of sanctions, most likely being a point deduction. But what would we all like? Let's be real. I want them to get relegated to the conference, Blue Square, to be travelling away to Stevenage and then places. So let's get straight to it. What do we think? Man City, first of all, let's be real. It's probably been in the air. They have spent quite a lot of money. Just like Chelsea are. It's just like, it's too much money for it not to be. And you know, before, obviously they changed that European thing where you can't buy youngsters at a certain age because clubs were trying to pay parents off. And that's where Man City were, what was it, Chelsea or Man City were involved in that. So there's been a lot of drama already around how money's been spent. So what do we think? Man City, guilty or not guilty?
They did that shit, man. They did that shit.
Let me rephrase that. Just make sure it's an unbiased opinion. Guilty or not guilty?
They did that shit, fam. Listen, all I'm going to say is their report for 2022 in terms of revenue, Manchester City apparently earned $765 million. That is more revenue than
700.
Yeah, that is more revenue than Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Now, when we look at all of these respective clubs, there's things that we look at. Your online following, your presence, your heritage. Can you fill your stadium? City are not number one in any of those things. They don't have the biggest fan base. So that means they shouldn't be generating the most sponsorship. So the whole point of financial fair play was you can spend the money that you can make. City have not been able to make the money that they've spent. So now, this has affected United, Arsenal, Liverpool, probably directly throughout the years. Spurs even, maybe.
Bro, don't include Spurs in this conversation. They're
Listen,
shit.
they lost Kyle Walker.
They're shit.
They lost Kyle Walker at a point.
So what, if they kept Kyle Walker, they would have gone and done much more. Let's be real.
I'm not saying they would have, but it's a different proposition that they have at the time. And you've got, and end of the day, it's less competition.
They're not complaining.
All I'm going to say is, yeah,
because they built a new stadium.
The Premier League. Listen, I need my 3 titles back, fam. I need that Aguero moment. I need that deleted from history. I need that back for Fergie. I need Pogba to get his title back. I need Oli to get his title back as well. Man will be doing this.
You're going to continue with the Liverpool titles?
Huh?
The Liverpool titles.
Listen, hey, if you want to give Liverpool their titles, that's calm, whatever. But I need my 3 back, man. I need to hold that 3.
So wait, just for agenda setting, obviously, just for analogy. So you get them back, then what?
Hmm?
What? Fuck cares.
Huh?
Get them back then. What fuck cares about it?
What do you mean? Who cares?
Time
I'm
is
happy.
gone now. Time is
I'm
gone
happy.
now. So who cares?
I'm
about
happy.
it?
We've won our titles. Then the trophy drought isn't the trophy drought no more. Man can't bad at me. I mean, like, man has got my 3 league titles.
So you get your titles back and then what? You can now win arguments.
100%. But no, on a serious note, listen, City. I need to see City out of the league. I need to see them relegated. I don't want to hear no fine here, fine there.
What is the process? So when this FFP was put in place, what was the actual process for? What was the sanctions for if you do breach FFP? What they must have a regulation.
It's a deduction of points, as you've seen plenty of times in the Championship. Teams going into administration, etc. All of these things would happen with regards to FFP, and that's mainly here in England that you've seen. But what has gone wrong with City is, shout out to my Portuguese hacker, who obviously started this whole process by hacking loads of football clubs. He hacked Gareth Bale's wages and leaked that to the media. And then afterwards he hacked Manchester City. And then that's when it started. The German media picked up the story, brought it out to light. Manchester City were then pushed forwards to UEFA, and they went to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. City obviously won only got fined a small 30 million fine or something like that it was, and that was it. And then they moved on from the situation. The Premier League, I believe, has spent 4 years investigating this thing in order to make sure they've got the strongest case in order to get City out of it. If it was we can just do it off one season, it's not going to work. When we look at the different things that's happened, you've got them hiding Mancini's wages, them saying that they're gaining a lot more revenue. Some sponsorships that they've got, like a betting company, has got no CEO attached to it.
Then they fake some sponsorships to bring money into the club.
Exactly. It's a company based in Dubai that has no CEO, but only Teddy Sheringham gets investment to it.
One of your dons.
Teddy.
One of your
What's
dons.
Teddy doing?
One of your dons.
No, he's Spurs.
Man, this is what I'm saying. Man not linked to this as well. Though. It's mad.
Teddy's done.
Oh, Spurs now.
Teddy was done.
Did he not score?
He finished.
Did he not score
He's
all the
done.
goals? In the
Yeah, that's nothing to do with this. He's not repping the club.
It's
not repping the club.
Everyone in the league's dodgy.
It's not repping.
Everyone in the league is dodgy. It's not
like that.
What do you mean? Huh?
But anyway, yeah, Man City. If it's found to be true, well, it must. The FA must have some strong evidence to start claiming 3 figures of basically
100
shit
breaches is not
that
allowed.
they've
You
done.
can't be not guilty 100
No,
times. You know what?
I'm sorry. Either City need to get straight relegation, or they need to get a hefty point deduction.
You know before when they had that thing when they got off.
Yeah.
You know it's just going to happen again.
Huh?
It's just going to happen again.
Do you know why?
Money talks in this industry.
Do you know why I don't think it's going to happen again?
Why?
Because the Premier League is not UEFA. The Premier League is 20 clubs. All the clubs have a say. Pep Guardiola, literally this weekend before the things came out, said that 9 Premier League clubs wrote to the Premier League to get City banned from the Premier League. With this news coming out again, there's only so much more they can do. I don't know how they're going to get away with this, but for me, a minimum of their out of the league and playing in the Championship.
Do you know what's mad?
It has to happen.
Do you know what's mad about it? They've spent all this money, having won a Champions League. That in itself is comical. But like, I want to go back to Chelsea when Chelsea were out here spending money left. You know what? Shout out to Chelsea. At least the regulations weren't really there, but you know what? They didn't get caught up in this shit, and they were spending money, and they're still spending money to this day. Maybe in 5 years' time we'll hear it, but yeah, it's a madness. You know what? No, we have to say it straight. If Man City are found to be breaching this thing, yeah, they have to be relegated. Otherwise, you know what? What's the word I'm looking for? Not sportsmanship, like. I can't remember.
What's
the point of the Premier League?
What is the point?
And what's the point of financial fair play?
Obviously, there's no Man City.
I want my titles back.
There's no Man City representative on this panel. But obviously, I've got to play devil's advocate because obviously I'm the only person that's not Man United based here. Are you sure you man have not got this vim because obviously Manchester's not red anymore, it's blue, so obviously you would. You
I don't even care about.
You man would have an issue more so for this. I'm just saying. I'm not
Listen.
throwing shade. I'm just stating facts.
Yeah.
When is, there's no City fans. They can't fill their own stadium, fam. So
But
when,
in-
since
but
when
in-
is
Well, no,
Manchester?
but answer the question.
But anyway, to
Manchester
answer your
blue.
question, no. I don't. No.
So there's not a voice.
It's nothing to do
I've
with
been
that.
saying this before.
If we're gonna have financial fair
Say this all
play,
the time. We got time.
if we're gonna have financial fair play,
time for them.
and Man United are gonna follow the financial fair play, Arsenal, all the other teams are gonna follow it. You can't have a team that's not following it. All that,
Exactly. Rules are
and-
rules.
But then technically speaking,
Yeah.
right now Chelsea are not following the financial fair play.
No, but at the moment they are.
They benefit from a loophole, which
Yeah.
is why they're extending.
Yeah,
their
exactly.
clause.
So they're
technically
following
doing-
it. They're following it.
You
But
can
they-
benefit from a loophole.
It's like
benefiting from a loophole
it's
is
different.
not cheating.
Yeah, it's not because it's there. You're allowed until it's made
It might
illegal.
feel it's unethical. But
Yeah.
it's not cheating.
It's bad man out here avoiding paying taxes. You know who you are, and it's actually the loopholes and that. There you go.
Jeff Bezos.
You know what I'm saying?
They do.
Yeah. But like thinking about it, obviously we've spoken about it from our point of view, but do you not understand how this has affected Arsenal? You could argue this has affected Arsenal's last 10
Listen,
years.
I'm not denying it. Obviously,
Obviously,
it's
that
got
man
to
were
be a
raiding
balance.
you.
Talk about it.
They were raiding you. They were opening
They
up the
raided
safe
you.
and taking everything. They were
Adebayor.
raiding.
Who was the last good striker after Adebayor that you had?
After
Yeah.
What's that? Shaka. What's that?
No?
The African
Shamak.
Morocco, actually.
Huh?
Morocco.
You said
The
Africa.
African Don.
Yeah.
Ah.
Who was the last good striker you had after Adebayor?
Eduardo.
Hmm?
Eduardo.
He was injured after that.
It's a bummy, isn't it?
Sanchez.
Wasn't a striker.
Play like
Yeah?
a striker
Ah, can't be
It's a
doing
bummy.
that.
Sanchez
fam.
was a
You
left.
You can't be
still.
doing
Yeah, play
that.
like a
So what you're
bum.
telling me Adebayor and Sanchez and Ozil wouldn't have been a pattern? That could have won you the league.
What? Adebayor.
Yeah.
I don't know because obviously it's just not just about your striker. It's not about your striker still.
Listen. What about who after Nasri, who did you get?
After Nasri,
Yeah.
what's mean? Cazorla.
Cazorla. Yeah, but Nasri wasn't centre mid. Nasri was on the wing, wasn't he?
Huh?
Nasri played on the left.
Back then we were blessed. The Nasri one's not really a good enough argument because we were kind of blessed in midfield in that kind of time. So that's not really an argument.
But
still.
what? You're not telling me that squad depth would have been 30 for you, man? Then no.
Yeah. I'm not denying.
Listen, I'm just telling you how it's affected.
I know.
How it affects you. What about right back? Who did you have good after Bakary Sadia? Callum Chambers. Who else?
You're just picking that individual.
No, bro, these are the players that City took from you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is not gonna.
With their dodgy dealings.
Yeah,
So
but
how did this? I'm asking you questions like, who did you get? Who did you get?
How has this?
Answer the question.
But I'm
Why
saying
won't you
for-
answer the question?
I'm just saying
Chat to me properly.
How?
Answer my question,
I'm
and then
not
after
interested
no,
How?
no, it's not. Answer the question. There's no how. Who did they sign? How? What are you talking about?
How did the Man City juggernaut affect you, man?
It did, bro. We lost the league on goal difference, and we shouldn't have. There we go. There's one, right there.
And obviously,
We also lost
like
the
I
league.
said, Manchester is blue now, so obviously, of course.
What are you talking about? Manchester is blue.
Manchester
Manchester
is
it's never
blue
been
now.
blue.
It's mad.
It's not blue, fam.
It's calm,
There's
obviously,
no one
don't
there.
get
You,
wrong.
obviously,
The
you don't
Man
go.
City- the
You
Man
don't
City-
go Manny, so you don't know. Manchester ain't blue.
You know what?
Because of Willis, you already started going.
Go China.
You know what?
You don't know. You don't go Manny. See this?
You know what?
Essentially.
We may be hurting, but do you know who's hurting more? Bro, I think Liverpool fans are hurting more. Like, 'cause let's be honest, them man are hurting more. 30 years having won it, they've had to wait 30 years to win a trophy. Steven Gerrard.
That is a point in question. So obviously, if this whole thing comes into play, and obviously the Liverpool get their titles, your argument for the Liverpool era goes out the window, right?
No,
But
it's
it doesn't
default. No, it
matter.
doesn't. It's default. It's default.
So it's default
It's
now.
default, yeah.
So, but he doesn't think it's default
It's
because
not
he was just
default.
he was just saying he's going to be all.
Listen, I just said,
on his little
I
wing
said,
and all,
Man
you know
United
what
win
I'm saying?
trophies.
Well,
I'm not
that's fair.
celebrating it. It's a default
You're
thing.
not celebrating it.
It's a
You're
default
not.
thing.
You're not
It's a
celebrating it.
default thing.
I'm doing this. I'm like,
What are you celebrating? It's a default thing.
What are you celebrating for?
huh?
It's
What?
a default
What are you
thing.
Man's
celebrating?
got three league titles. Are you dumb?
It's
That
just
you wouldn't have
We
said
won.
so what?
We won it. We won it. That's
then
what I'm
what?
saying.
But then,
I'm
so-
shameless. Because then when you man can say, oh yeah, we might have won the title this
Oh,
season.
okay.
I'm like, bro,
Okay.
well, how many titles you already done? Tell me.
So what you're saying?
Um,
So what you're saying is when we go on to win the title this season, then you'll be like, oh, we won it. Like,
You're not winning the
it's a
title.
what you're
default
saying?
thing,
Is that what
just
you're
like
saying?
You're winning the title.
Liverpool
That's
winning the COVID Cup.
United win the title this season.
who is it? So,
But yes, it's a madness. But yeah, what do you think?
Listen,
Therefore,
for me, no,
what should
on
they
a
be?
serious
Is
one,
it
listen.
point
Listen, all I'm going to say
relegation?
is right now, I need Pep Guardiola out. I need these men relegated. I need Haaland to be playing away at Torquay. I want Kevin De Bruyne over at Newport County and them man there. And then obviously they might as well go to League Two. Come, we'll go see the Cobblers, innit?
But do we? You know what?
That's what they deserve. That's what they
After-
deserve.
But yeah, as usual, let us know what you think. I personally, I think, like I said, Man City, if they're found to be in breach of these all these things that they've done, it should definitely be a relegation thing. Championship, League One, League Two, it has to be. It has to be. Otherwise, scrap financial fair play, and Man United need to be spending everything and signing everybody, because obviously it doesn't matter. It doesn't apply. It's the same thing. Obviously in Spain, implications of Barcelona not following financial fair play, overspending, and could have nearly gone bust.
Listen,
actually,
Juve.
and that's what happens. Juventus.
Juve,
That's
relegation.
the perfect case study. Juventus.
Relegation.
Listen to this, yeah. Pavel Nedved played for them when it happened, yeah. Then man comes and manages, and it happens. Did he learn anything? No, he didn't. So what does it mean for Man City? Are they going to learn anything? As long as the oil money's still being drilled out the ground, they're not going to learn anything. And
Get 'em out
Juventus,
of here, man.
Juventus are the perfect case study. Get Man City relegated
Get them
and
City
out
ones
of here.
back to
Manchester
League One, playing older men
is
there, man,
red.
man. But Sean Gota and them man there, fam. That's their real legends, fam. Dead.
But as usual, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the YouTube. We're on Fan TV and Chill, and TikTok as well as Fan TV and Chill. As usual, over and out.